going on, guys? We back. Another episode, Ball from Assembly Hall, brought to you by Beyond the Big Ten. I'm your co-host, Christian Warford, right here with my boy, Derek Elston. It's the
What's
first episode of 24, Derek. It's got to be a big one, man. Talk to me, bro. How you brought in the new year? How was your holidays? Talk to me. How was your Christmas? I
Ooh,
know Parker got a lot of stuff, baby. I know she had a
yeah,
good time.
no.
I seen all that writing on the wall, too. I was weak.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
seen that, bro.
that was my family Christmas. We went over to Caroline's and brought the 24-hour bug with us, so that was really fun.
Oh, man.
But then I had the girls over at my brother's house. I walked downstairs for everybody who didn't see. I go downstairs, try to check on. I thought a movie would be a babysitter while I'm enjoying my family. Turns out kids get pretty bored with a movie pretty fast, and I go down there and she's just drawing big circles on the wall with a dry erase marker. So that was a fun little gift I gave my brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Happy New Year's, man. We were
Yeah.
just around some friends. We were actually down in Bloomington. I was around Brian, his
Okay.
wife, Jordan, just a couple friends. Just talk life, man. It was good to see people. Good to get out of the house. What about you?
Man, I was in New Orleans, bro. I brought it in. My brother played the Pelicans tonight, so we just came down early. Decided to just bring it in, the first time without the babies. So me and Mort got away. We brought it in to New Orleans. So we had fun. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is, bro. You get them breaks. Them breaks be pivotal, boy.
I know.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? So we had a good time, man. And New Orleans is always fun, bro. It's a lot of obviously we're gonna talk about it, but it's a lot of stuff going on in New Orleans right now just because Texas played Washington last night in New
Yeah.
Orleans. So
Yeah.
we down here in the mix, bro. It's just hella burnt orange. That's all you see around here, bro. It's hella Texas fans
Really.
everywhere. But my boy Michael Penix, you see what he did from IU
Man,
back. He's a hell of a quarterback, boy. I'm talking about, dog. He nice.
he's
He
nice.
nice, man. So shout out to Washington. But on another note, bro, we're gonna start it off. Shout out to the Big Ten. Shout out to Michigan. Shout out to the Coach Harbaugh, getting that big dub, man. I live in the state of Alabama, bro, but my heart lies with the Big Ten, baby. So, I don't really,
Come
I
on,
used to,
C. Come
you
on, man.
know, I was heavy. I was, Derek, a little bit, bro. I was heavy roll tide, you know what I'm saying, growing up and all that, you know what I'm saying. But it kind of got a little sour when Trendon went to LSU and then go to Bama, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So I'm rocking with the Big Ten, bro. So I hope Michigan win it all, you know what I'm saying? They look, real good last night, bro.
Yes, they
So I was
did.
I was I was impressed.
You know what? For me, I just have a feeling that this season, Harbaugh wins it all, and then he
Yeah, no
rides off
doubt.
into the sunset, gets into the NFL.
You think he's going
And
back to the NFL? I don't know,
I think
bro.
so. That's what I see.
Yeah, he could.
I'm
He
calling it
could.
now.
He could. But boy, ain't nothing like winning in Michigan. I don't know if you seen the pictures of like the stands of how it's separated. Like
Unreal.
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
The shit was crazy, man. So Michigan football fan base is crazy, bro. So I don't
Crazy.
know if he's gonna leave, but that's big time, man. Him being able to get to the Super Bowl and get to the national championship, bro. I don't know how many coaches done that, but I know it's probably very few, man. So
And that's the
just
thing
one,
with him. It's like, man, you see, like the picture. The picture, if you haven't seen it, is absolutely unbelievable. And like,
uh-huh.
he's been through some turmoil this year, and you still see the type of backing. So you're right, man. I don't know. I don't know if he takes off.
Yeah.
But if they win it, man, he's
He
got it
he he
rolling.
he a legend. He a legend, bro. He played there, played quarterback there. Finna win it. Got a chance to win a natty there. So you know what I'm saying. I like the Hardballs, bro. Ever since they used to come in and
Yeah,
speak to us, Derek. They
yeah.
used to, for the people that don't know, Coach Crean's wife is the Harbaugh. She's a Harbaugh. She's a brother and sister. So the Harbaughs used to come in and talk to us a little bit and stuff like that. So I feel for them, bro. I like them, man. You know what I'm saying. So I hope
I
they do
love him.
well. Both of them in great position because the Baltimore Ravens look great too, bro. So they got a chance. You know what I'm saying, to win the Super Bowl as well.
I know. I just told that story actually to Caroline last night. I watched probably the beginning before I just had to call quits and go to bed. I couldn't stay up. Had myself a long night for New Year's with two kids. That was not fun the next day. But started the game, I told Caroline about when Jim came in and gave our pregame speech before we
Yeah,
went our freshman year and played Pittsburgh, and we ended up getting the win on Madison
yeah,
Square Garden.
hell yeah.
Just that family is just they're great, and to see his success, to see
I'm
both of
talking
them
about
success,
yes. Yes,
It's so
royalty.
cool.
I'm talking about royalty, football royalty right there, bro. So that's
Yes.
huge, man. I'm happy for those guys. But moving forward, Derek, ready or not, bro? Big
Here we
Ten,
go.
baby. Here we
Here we
go.
go.
We finished the non-conference 10-3. Not bad. I'll take it. We had a
Yeah.
couple close calls. We did have a lot of close calls. We got to get better at some things, bro. But ain't no time like the present, man. You know what I'm saying? Things gonna start moving fast. We need to get us some good quad one wins. We got one coming up with Nebraska, which is gonna be a good game. But I think more so than our record, I think everybody really wants to see us get some big time wins. More so than our 10-3 record, our 10-3 non-conference record.
Yeah, and I think that started back with Kansas, and this is our first show since we did the live show out at Kansas.
Oh man, we forgot we got that was a hell of a live show, man. We
Man,
trying to do it again. You guys got to come out and support. We had a hell of a good time out there.
it was great. Our production team was unbelievable. Our setup was fun. Just that environment, man. Like, I think we said this on the show. If you're able to ever get in an environment where, a North Carolina, a Kansas, Duke. When I was there, my first or second year, we played Marvin Bagley when Duke was in the building. Just an environment like that, it's second to none.
Right, right.
And we had a hell of a time doing it. And we talked a lot of good topics about NIL. We had a couple of friends come on the show and we went down memory lane a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of the game, man, it's like, man, we were right there. And that 10-3 record could have easily been 11-2 with a huge
Right.
win under our belt.
Mm-hmm.
We got a little stagnant there towards the end. Kansas made shots and we didn't. A lot of those troubles could have been taken care of at the free throw line. I think we missed a lot of free throw shots. But, at the end of the day, man, I thought we played some really good basketball. And you look at this team without Xavier Johnson, you think, man, like, yes, we have been in some tough battles. See, you
Exactly,
said it.
bro. That's a good point, Derek. I mean, taking it the way we've been playing without him. Hopefully, we get him back healthy for the Big Ten, bro. But that's huge. You know what I'm saying? To be involved, to be even in those games
Yeah.
with the freshman point guard and without our main floor general. So that's
And,
huge, man.
and, we didn't see a lot of great play. I don't want to say great play. It's not like we had like a superior guard play. Like, we didn't put up a lot of points. Obviously, Trey Galloway went crazy. So I
He
guess you
did.
could say that.
I'm gonna tell
But
you why he went crazy, though. I'm gonna tell you why he went crazy a little later on. But go ahead.
yeah, right. But you just see how well this team can play, and if we come ready to play, because you're right. See, and I had this conversation actually earlier this morning with a coworker, and it was like this game could have easily been one. You look at like our game against Army, Florida Gulf Coast, like we could have easily been beat by 30, and everybody would have said, "Well, that was what was supposed
Like
to happen."
Auburn, like
Yeah,
Auburn.
Auburn.
You know,
Yes.
could have been Auburn.
Yeah.
And that was a good bounce back game from Auburn, man. The way we came back in and played after a loss like that. Granted, ain't no moral victories with Indiana
Right.
basketball, but
Right.
at least we'll take it the way we look, and we it is a process on getting better. And I think that was with a young team like we have, I just think that was so beneficial for those guys' confidence going forward. It's beneficial for Trey's confidence going forward, just to
Unreal.
be
Yeah.
able to play at a high level like that. You always want to you practice hard, you do a lot of stuff, you get a lot of shots, but you always want to be able to perform when the lights are on at the highest level, man. So that's big time. And what I was going to tell you about Trey, we did that one-on-one. We sat down and did that one-on-one. Everybody was going crazy over Trey's all-time starting
All
five. I
time.
think he
Yeah.
he had Eric Gordon in there. I don't think people was really rocking with that.
Yeah.
He had Coach Woody in there. He had who else he had in there, bro?
Calvert.
He had Calvert in there for sure. I think everybody I think
Isaiah.
Calvert's a unanimous. He had Isaiah, but I think the only people that they were really tripping about was Eric Gordon. Did he have Vic in there? I think he had Vic in there.
Oh, you're right. You're right. He did
He
have
had
Vic.
Vic
He
in
did.
there, and I think he had Coach Woody in there. A lot of people, they want everybody to go. I feel like Indiana wants everybody to go back with the old guys,
Yeah.
bro. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't the era he grew up in.
Right.
So it's like he gonna go off what he see, what inspired him to come and play for the Hoosiers, man. So I can't really knock his starting five. We got so many great players, bro. You really can't really knock it.
Kind of disappointed that I have a lot of conversation with Trey, and Trey's a hell of a kid. Comes from a
Mm-hmm.
great family.
Mm-hmm.
the fact that he didn't put another 32 in there was, I wanted to chime in and comment on the post and be like, hey, man, what gives?
Yeah.
I could have easily made that starting five, but I guess,
Hey
whatever.
man, I wouldn't know that either, bro. So I just hope we had some influence on him. We happy, proud of him. Gonna keep things going. And I didn't know, bro. I did not know Trey gets another year. So I know he'll probably be with NIL, bro. He should definitely probably stick around, man. I don't care what's going on. You should always come back and get that bag, baby,
I
because
tell you what.
it ain't gonna always be there.
That's right. We talk about that way too much, probably. But you're
Yeah,
right. I didn't realize that either. But
yeah.
he
He got
was,
he
man.
got.
He was the shining moment. And since then, I think the way you could probably wrap all of what happened since our time at Kansas and to the start of Big Ten is we took care of business.
Yeah,
And there was a game there, North Alabama, I believe, that came down to Malik blocking a
yeah.
shot. We actually, these last couple games we actually lost the lead. But I think at the end of the day, I think you have the stat C on where we're at, and this is big picture. But at the end of the day, what we've done is we've
No, that
taken
was
care of
more.
business.
That correction, Derek. That was Morehead State. We had to go down.
Morehead State, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right. Morehead
that
State.
was, that
But
was
at the end of
Morehead
the day,
State.
man, what we did was we took care of business.
We
And
did.
a couple of those games, like you said, I mean, we've been saying this kind of all season long, how we could have easily lost that game.
Mm-hmm.
Malik really, really stepped it up in the second half of that game, made a huge block to win the game for us. And
He
you're
did.
thinking, man, it was just a Kansas hangover. But, that's kind of what we've seen. And I think this team is really, really missing Xavier Johnson. So
Mm-hmm.
like you said, hopefully start a Big Ten, we get him back. And, you hope that he comes in shape. But also you look at it as, I don't know if we need to rush back. We're getting wins. Okay, at the
Right.
end of the day, I know Hoosier fans don't want to hear it, but we are getting wins, whether they're ugly, whether they're good, doesn't really matter. We're getting wins without him. So I think it's at a situation now where we know we need him for the Big Ten, but
Right.
also we're playing pretty well without him. I'd like to
Uh-huh.
see Malik get going a little bit more. I know he had 30 the other night, but there's some games where he starts off really slow. I think
Right.
Khalil needs to step it back up. I
Mm-hmm.
think we need to get him more involved. But at the end of the day, man, we're taking care of business.
Yep, no doubt. We taking care of business, bro. We dominating the paint. We doing what we doing. Still giving up threes at a high clip. I think we got to crack down on that on our defense, just because the Big Ten shoots the ball so well from three. So I think that's gonna be a point of emphasis going forward. But hey, we 87th in the Ken Palm. Got to be better than that. I think for us to get a good seed and get what we need. I think those metrics have to be higher for us to get in that tournament conversation. Right now, I think they got us like I don't know. Torvik's turning cast got us like a 1% chance of making the NCAA tournament. We got to do better right there. But that's going like I said, we get one win. We get this next quad one win against Nebraska, bro. That changes
That's what I was
daily.
going to
You know
ask
what
you.
I'm
See,
saying?
like, how often or how much as a player do you care about where they have us right now in the season? They got
I
us at
don't.
a
I don't. I
1%
don't really
chance. Like,
care
we
at
haven't even
all.
played the Big Ten.
I don't really care at all. I think we beat some good teams. I think Morehead State. I think they're going to be top in their conference. I think all those type of wins are going to help us. You know what I'm saying? I think we beat some teams that are going to do well in that conference. I think North Alabama's going to do well in that conference. I just feel like we got some good wins, bro. But it's time to get down to the nitty gritty. We got Nebraska coming up. Fred Hoiberg coming up, big time coach. On the road, that's always tough. On the road, the Cornhuskers 11-2, 1-1 in conference play. Gonna be a tough game. Gonna be a tough environment. What you think, Derek? Talk to
Yeah, I
me
mean,
about it.
I think anytime you're in the Big Ten, and that kind of goes to your 1% question, is like, yeah, we've got some good wins, but now it's the Big Ten where everybody
Right.
just beats up on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Cornhuskers, man, Nebraska's got a really good win under their belt. I say that because I know Michigan State is going to pick it up. But when they beat Michigan State at home, they ran them out. So I know this team is they're full of vets, man. And, they got a new transfer in there from Charlotte, Bryce Williams, who's averaging, 13 points
Mm-hmm.
a game. I mean, they're top four averaging 13 a game. And one of the big names is the Tominaga kid. The kid from Japan, man, has just absolutely stepped it up this year. a kid who is not afraid to shoot the ball, which, we would
Mm-hmm.
kill for someone like that right now to shoot that the way he shoots from three. So all of them, pretty much all their 1 through 4 average about
Yep.
13. They're too big, heavy, and Mast and Gary. So I think it's going to be a pretty even match.
Right.
We just got to stay true to ourselves, man. You're being on the road. It's going to be a loud environment. Nebraska is one of those teams this year that's kind of, I don't want to say has shocked a lot of people, being so, being
I want to say
old.
right. I think that coach did a great job, bro, in this portal. He got a lot
Yeah,
of transfer guys in, bro. He got the guy Juwan Gary from Alabama. I think he averaged like 13. A utility guy, kind of go in and do it all. And
yeah,
I think they kind of play similar to us, bro. I think it's gonna be a good battle in that paint, man. I know they're gonna, be in the gaps and try to force us to shoot threes. We're gonna have to make shots on the road. We've been
yeah,
saying
right,
that all year. This is gonna be
right.
that time. You know what I'm saying? But we got to stay true to who we are, Derek.
Yeah.
We got to get to the free throw line. We got to make free throws. We got to dominate the paint and bring our defense.
I think Fred Hoiberg is one of those guys in the Big Ten. He's a coach in the Big Ten that you look at and you go like, him, his system. I think the fan bases at Nebraska has seen like, when coaches say you gotta wait, like it's going to work out. I got to get these guys in here. I think that this is like a true team that's like, yeah, these guys used to be the laughing stock of the Big Ten there for a while, but I think now he's got really, really good pieces in there, and he's been in some battles, man. I know he lost a game at Minnesota, which might go down as a bad loss. But other than that, man, his team is playing really, really well. Beat a Kansas State team that was really good. I think he's just got really good pieces, and if they stay healthy, they're going to make some serious noise in the Big Ten. So, like you said, if we don't bring it, there's a chance we end up like Michigan State and get run out of there.
Yep, no doubt. What's your I know you said you was in Bloomington, with B Wash and stuff like that. Do you know any other status on Claire Ware? I know he missed the last game. I don't know the status on him. I don't know if he's returning. I don't know if you heard anything on anything like that.
I really haven't. No, I to be honest
Okay.
with you, I don't even know what the injury is that he's dealing with. Didn't really talk about that much. Like him, just talking with him, you can talk basketball all you want about like who's playing well, but for him, his mindset is we're taking care of business, and that's the message that I wanted to relay to everybody here. It's like, yeah, we've got some major pieces out, but at the end of the day, we're taking care of business.
Yep, no doubt, man. I want to give a shout out to Malik Renew for stepping up, being that big force, being that
Man,
we needed some buckets down the stretch. He gave us a big time. Gave us a big time lift, bro. 34 and 11. That's
phew,
tough. I don't care if you're playing against 10-year-olds.
right?
That's tough. So
Yeah, hey, you put up 30, man. That's hell of a job.
yeah, that's big time. And I think that game was a confidence booster, bro. And Baco came in, made shots,
Yeah.
shot the ball at a crazy rate. Starting the game off, man. So we're gonna need all that going forward.
For me, he's the one shining spot. Like my man. See, we talked about the first 3 episodes of this dude. Like, who is this dude? Where does he fit in? And
Yeah,
now this kid is he's almost like a guaranteed 15 points a game. Now I say that, and he'll go out to Nebraska and drop an
I
egg.
hope not. I
But
hope not. But yeah, you're right though. Compared to where he came from, he's made a big leap, bro. And I will say that he looks way more comfortable on the court. He's making shots. He's still playing with a lot of confidence. That's what I like about the kid, more so than anything, bro.
no doubt,
Bro, he had like 3, tough outings at the beginning of the year, but he's
yeah,
still stuck true to who he is, and I think that's part of being a pro, man. It's just, no matter what goes on around you, bro, you don't waver and you stay true to yourself and you keep that confidence, man. That's half the battle, Derek. You know that.
that
And
is.
when that confidence is high, bro, you can go in there and do some great things.
Especially when you're a freshman, like. For us, like our senior year was like, hey, there was just so much pressure because where we came from to where we were now, we start off the season number 1. That's a lot of pressure. So you're looking at it in a different lens of like, okay, this is where we were, and we have to be better than that. As a freshman, you have no idea what you're doing.
No doubt.
You don't. You have no idea what you can try as much as you want to replicate a game. but you never know what it looks like until the ball's thrown up and you're actually in front of fans.
No doubt about it. I
So
think that's what, and like I said, you say that. I think that's what Gabe Cupps is struggling a little bit with, just as
yeah,
far as his shot, just because the intensity of it. People running at you faster, people contesting you harder. It just take a little minute, bro, and it's going. I think it's just going to take. Obviously, the more reps you have, the better he's going to get. But I think that's definitely true about what you're saying, man. Things are just going so fast right now.
right. And for him especially, like for him to not waver the way, like go back to the Kansas game, like for him to play all the minutes that he did against a really, really good point guard like that, like honestly, Xavier Johnson being out has done nothing but good for Gabe, and I don't care if he doesn't score a single point the rest of the year. Like we're looking big picture, and I think we're going to take care of business still. But for him to get the reps that he's been getting while Xavier's been on the bench has just been absolutely huge for him. And we're getting these wins without him putting up, 10 points a game. Like he's in there, he doesn't get sped up, he doesn't turn the ball over, and he doesn't make mistakes. And pretty much that's all you could ask for from a kid like that who's in a tough position on a nightly basis, especially coming up in the Big Ten where it's just one good guard after the other. So the fact
Right.
that he's able to come out here and just take care of the ball, run the system, run the team, it's great to see.
Yeah, it's a great thing to see, man. I'm happy for the kid. I know, like you said, I know he's going to consistently get better, continue to grow. I know he's a sponge out there. I know he's listening, and I know that's why the coaching staff really love him and rave about this kid for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
So what we got? What's that tomorrow? Game day tomorrow. So we'll circle back, but I'm looking forward to that game, man. It's going to be huge. But let's talk a little bit about what's going on around the Big Ten, man. Talk to me.
And
We got some crazy things going around here,
listen,
bro.
man, look, for one,
Let's start in Illinois. Let's start in Illinois, and we'll trickle down to Michigan State, man. There's some crazy stuff going on around the league right now.
listen, I didn't realize this until I was watching the Big Ten game. I think I was watching Purdue, and it was after our game. But I didn't realize that a lot of people had Illinois as a Final Four team. I didn't realize
Right.
that. I hadn't really watched much of them throughout the year. But, this whole thing with Shannon and, that
Bro, that's wild.
I find it hard to believe that something like this could happen when you have a team that is like doing so well. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a Final Four team and you know it and you got you got the mindset of this is what we're going to do before the season. Now, these are all allegations that came out against Terrence Shannon, but
Yep.
to be put into a situation where that could
It's
happen,
just yeah, it's just unfortunate, man. I hate that for the kid,
I
bro.
know.
A high talented kid though, a kid that
Right.
definitely got a chance to play at the next level. Like I said, I don't wanna like all these are allegedly, you know what
You're
I'm
right.
saying? I don't wanna
Right.
and I wanna give respect to both sides, of the girl and the
For,
guy. I know you know what I'm saying. So
for sure.
but I know he's a super talented guy. I've seen him a lot. Seen him when he was at what school he played at before? Um, I think he played at Texas Tech. Trenton
Yeah.
played against him at Texas Tech. I've seen him win. He was a top talent. Thought he could have left school. Thought he could have been left school. I know he probably, hindsight, he probably looking at, dang man, I should have just went on,
Yep.
declared and made my money or tried to go make my money and help my family. Now this situation, man, it's just very unfortunate, bro. It's just devastating news, man. I know it not only just for the basketball, it's devastating for the kid
For
personally,
sure,
bro.
man. That's
To
yeah.
have to go through that, man. I see a lot of kids, and I'm just, as a player, you see all these type of stories, Derek, and people go through this stuff, and when they come out, whether they're guilty or not, their career is done just
Yep.
because of the
It sticks with
just
them.
because
Yep.
it just sticks with them, bro. Just because of the perception of, oh, you did that. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way the world works these days. It should be, innocent and proven guilty, but it's not always like that, bro. There's a lot of
Right.
people that are shy away from you when you're going through that tough time, man. So I'm just, I hope. I'm hope it works out for both sides, man. Whatever the case may be, I don't condone that at all. But if he didn't do that, hopefully this kid able to go back and get his career.
Right. Right. Now, what's going on in Michigan State? See.
Man, they said somebody down there. I don't know, man. They sent Jeremy Fears home. Um, you know, I don't know where you. I know where you from, Dick, but you know where I'm from. When January 1 hit, They letting them things go. I don't know how that happened. I don't know what happened, bro. But I know he suffered a gunshot wound. And you know what I'm saying? That's just very unfortunate, bro. A freshman.
Yeah,
That's what, but like you said, there we're gonna talk about. That's why people don't like to go. That's why the coaches don't like to send guys home.
man, hate it, bro.
You know.
When I was on staff, the hardest part of me, because as a kid, you're in class, you're in the classroom, or you are in the practice facility. You're in assembly. You're in cook. You're in assembly. You're in class. That is your
Right.
day. And
Mm-hmm.
so as a player, you can't wait to go home just to get, man, I don't want to see my teammates. I don't want to
Man,
see these
what?
four
I'm out of
walls.
here. I'm
I'm
out of
out of
here.
here.
You
But
know.
as a coaching staff, when I came back, it was like the biggest fear, and I couldn't understand it until, my first year when Coach Crean gave me the opportunity to join the staff. We had just had a situation right there, Halloween, where, ours was different than this, obviously, but we had two players get into an incident where one was driving, had a sip of alcohol. It wasn't much, but
Mm-hmm.
he did have alcohol in his system and actually hit one of our players with his vehicle. And kid ended up, being in the hospital for a long time with a little bit of brain damage. And as a coach, like that's the hardest time because you don't know what these kids are going back, what their
Nah,
situation
man,
is.
and they kids, bro. Like that's the main thing there. We did a lot of stuff we could have, like every kid, every student does some stuff that's not
Right.
right that they could get in trouble for. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the reality of it, bro. Like they're kids, they gonna make mistakes. That's
Yeah.
part of it. You know what I'm saying? So I know the coaches, bro. That's just like a parent. You send your kid
Yeah.
out. You want to make sure your kid make it home safe. You're gonna always be worried about that, man. So I think that's especially from a coaching staff where their livelihood relies on certain
For
players
sure.
playing. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like that coach, has a possible chance of changing his family life. If Terrence Shannon playing, going to the Final Four, steady, maybe win a national championship. Like they, that's pivotal for them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So,
Right.
we as kids always don't see it like that. But bro, this is big business, man. And a lot of coaches, that's exactly why they don't like doing it, man. And I can't really, blame them. You always, you got to send them home. You got to let them go. But it's a very unfortunate situation, man.
Yeah, I know. And a lot of it isn't like you said, like these are, what's going on right now in the Big Ten. These are big time things. But, a lot of it is just like like you said, see, these guys are kids too at the end of the day. So
No
whenever they're
doubt.
doing something stupid, I mean, see, the amount of stupid shit that we did,
That's what I'm trying.
but
We
like
just ain't getting in trouble. We just ain't getting in
we,
trouble. Thank God. We just ain't.
right.
The
You,
the,
you
the
never
odds were
think
in our
something
favor,
bad is
bro.
going to happen.
You never think something
Never.
bad gonna happen. You never think that. You never think that could be you. In our actuality, it really can. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
Yeah.
man, I just hope they get through this situation and learn from it and grow from it. We all go through stuff for a reason, but that's the main thing. But you got to learn and grow from it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, I think that concludes it, Derek. The first episode, 2024. Man, you guys go follow us, shout us out. We got some episodes. We got some great stuff coming to you.
Yes, we do.
This month, this is a big month, man. We're gonna be able to talk about. We're gonna be able to talk about a little bit of sports gambling. You know what I'm saying? Coming
Uh-huh.
up, we're gonna be able to talk about a different little hot takes and coaching controversies and all different type of things this month, man. So we're gonna get some guests on here for you guys as well. It's gonna be a big 24, big
Yeah.
2024. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited about what all Beyond the Big Ten gonna bring for sure.
And we're gonna lead the way. See, me and you,
Oh, come
baby.
on, man. Come on, man. That's
Me and
all we do,
you.
man. Ain't nobody putting up numbers like us, baby. Who else doing live shows? I mean, they can't do that, man. Everybody can't do that, Derek. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Probably got another live show coming against Purdue. We're gonna try to sit down with those Purdue guys, man, talk a little shit a little bit,
Yeah.
see where it go, then go bust
Yeah.
their ass on the court. You know how we do. We beat their ass twice last year, so that ain't shit. You know what I'm
And if you're
saying?
ever
So
walking around Assembly Hall around Christian, man, listen, my wife, she doesn't like going to games with me because I like to talk to everybody. Seawalt's a different monster, man. Don't walk around Assembly Hall unless you're ready to spend about an hour before you actually get to your seats. Don't
man,
do that.
hey, I don't know, baby. It's just a shot, baby. It's the
Just
shot,
shot.
Derek. You should have been on the court, Derek. It should have been you.
Could have been me. Damn.
Nah, man. Shout out to Hoosiers Nation. They always showing me some love, baby.
That is right.
So, appreciate you guys rocking with us, man.